Hello students, in this lecture video, I'll be discussing about chapter 19, excretory products and their elimination. So we have to cover in the revised syllabus all these topics of this chapter. So let's get started. In animals, there are variety of wastes. These can be nitrogenous waste, mainly ammonia, urea, uric acid. Other wastes like carbon dioxide, water, and different ions like sodium, potassium, chlorine, or phosphates and sulfates. Now, how these are produced? These can be the byproducts of metabolic reactions which are taking place in our body, or due to excess ingestion which our body cannot digest. So it has to be eliminated outside. Either it will be removed totally or partially. Now let us put emphasis on nitrogenous wastes, which is ammonia, urea, and uric acid. Now, if we see the toxicity level, it is in this order only. Ammonia is highly toxic, then urea, and the least toxic is uric acid. So the component that is ammonia, which is more toxic, requires large amount of water for its elimination. Similarly, uric acid, which is least toxic, will require minimum amount of water to be eliminated. So clearly, ammonia is the, you can say, metabolic waste in aquatic animals because there the water availability is more. And in case of terrestrial animals, it will be uric acid. Now, there can be a variety of processes for excreting different nitrogenous wastes. If it is ammonia, that process is called as ammonotalism. If it is urea, it is ureotalism. And if the process of excretion is of uric acid, then it is uricotalism. Now, depending on the different variety of these wastes which are being produced, organisms also can be classified into different categories. One can be ammonotelic, means like amphibians, insects, bony fishes, which excrete out ammonia. Next, in case of, you can say, terrestrial adaptations, urea and uric acid can be released outside. If it is urea, the animals like mammals, amphibians, these are called as ureotelic animals. If it is ammonia, then it is ammonotelic, I told you. Now, if it is uric acid, such animals are known as uricotelic, like reptiles, birds, and snails. Now, let us look at the excretory structures. Now, in excretory structures, in invertebrates, these are in tubular forms. In case of vertebrates, where there is organ level of organization, there are kidneys. So let us see. In case of flatworms, rotifers, some annelids, and cephalochordate like Amphioxus, it is protonephridia or flame cells. Now the main thing is osmoregulation, that is regulation of osmotic pressure, that is due to fluid as well as ions. In case of earthworms and other annelids, it is nephridia. In case of certain insects like cockroaches, it is Malpighian tubules. And in case of aquatic crustaceans like prawns, it is antennal glands or green glands. Now let us take into consideration the human excretory system. I will just zoom in the human urinary system. In lower classes, we have seen this diagram very frequently. These bean-shaped structures are kidneys. These are joined or linked with different arteries and veins. Because it is linked with kidney, it is called as renal artery and renal vein. The endocrine glands which are associated with kidneys are adrenal glands. There are a pair of ureters which will carry the urine which is formed by osmoregulation in kidneys. Here the detailed structure I will discuss in the next lecture video. So inside kidney we have nephrons which are going to filter the wastes, and through ureters it will be stored inside a urinary bladder. And further, when the feeling of being full in the bladder occurs, it will strike in the brain, the message will be gone, and then through urethra the waste will release outside. So let us see lastly that where it is located. These kidneys are in the last thoracic and third lumbar vertebra, and it is in the abdominal cavity. If we talk about its measurements, it is 10 to 12 centimeter in length, 5 to 7 centimeters in width, and 2 to centimeters of thickness. If we talk about its weight, it varies from 120 to 170 grams. Now, regarding its detailed structure, I will discuss this in the next lecture video.